Hello, everybody. Woohoo! Hello, hello, hello. How y'all doing today? Yeesh. Yeesh, yeesh, yeesh. Good to see you all. Say hello to Psychic Duck, everybody. Yeah. Good to see you all. We got 10 people in the house. 10 people. That was more than we had 5 minutes ago. Yeah. I don't know why I said that. All right. So, I did some things with the sound. Hopefully it won't fade in and out like it has been doing. So let me know in the comments if it starts getting a little wonky. I tried to do an external microphone and I got nothing. And if I was a better YouTuber, I would have tested this before, but I didn't. All right, so before we get into politics, let's just look at some of the energy. I pulled 3 cards from Through the Eyes of Soul deck. This is really, really pretty. I can't pronounce her name. Cheryl Yambrock Rose. I'm probably mispronouncing it. I can get Cheryl and I can get Rose, but the Yambrock, I probably am mispronouncing it. All right, so, but this is really interesting. Because we're in such an amazing astrological time, and this isn't something that is a one and done, a flip of a light switch. And it feels like I've been talking about this for just a long time. This time, Lionsgate Portal. And that's going to happen on the 8th, so it's August 8th. And if you add all the numbers together, it's 888. So it's like, oh, that's going to be even more powerful. And so that time frame starts before and after, and I think it ends. See, if I was a good YouTuber, I would have had this written down in another set of notes. But I think it ends on the 12th. The peakish energy ends on the 12th. On the 12th, there's a whole bunch of other things going on. The Perseid meteor shower, the eclipse, the super dark sky in the northern hemisphere, and so we'll be able to look at the Milky Way. If you get into a dark place, it's going to be amazing. It's just going to be, did I say it? It's going to be amazing. So with all this energy coming up and filtering in through us, and a lot of solar flares. How many feeling really energized these days? Oh my gosh, I got so many aches and pains, and I wake up and going, can I go to bed again? Can I just lay down? So what's going on? And I haven't used this deck in a while. The first one is Create. I go, okay, and I just noticed this. The very first card is an 8, and it says activate your DNA. I like the strands on her hair that are DNA-ish. So during this time, are we reactivating certain DNAs? I did a show with Gail a couple weeks ago, last week or something, where she got a message that we can reactivate our healing DNA. And I thought, that's pretty cool. Okay, so either way, we're reactivating something in us. And for me, in my practice, it's always with intention. What do you want to reactivate? I got on Facebook this morning. Oh, bad choice. And I'll get into that a little later. Let's stay in the positive flow. Second card I pulled, regeneration and birth. Well, let me say it correctly. Regeneration, death, and rebirth. Wow. So when we're reactivating this DNA of ours, this hidden DNA, whatever it is, whether it's a healing one, whether it's a galactic one, whether we're being reminded of what star seed we are has the biggest influence in our lives right now, because I feel like we're a bunch of mutts in this star soup. So we're just not, Palladian or Arcturian or Syrian, although Syrian is really powerful right now with the Lionsgate portal. So we have create, activate your DNA. We have regeneration. I'm like, my head's kind of blowing up. And then we have lift the curse, forgive. And when I add this together, going back to that little Facebook scream that I had, as we move into this new world, there's a lot of forgiveness that needs to come about. And how we navigate our forgiveness, that's going to be interesting. I wish I had a magic answer to it. All I got is a magic pill, and it puts me into sleep. Sorry. That was a squirrel moment. So you guys can feel this. We are in this huge shift. We're letting go of a lot of stuff. We can tell that this is not working well for so many people. Especially the pool contractors. They're having a rough time of it now. All right. So be gentle with yourself. We're reactivating core things in our awareness. We've got the death and rebirth card. This is huge. And let it go. Find a way to forgive. And when I say that, it's not only for the people that I think need to be forgiven a lot, but I think a lot of it needs to be from ourselves. And I don't know. Anyway, let's say hello to a couple of people. Hello, Dancing Blue. Hey, Judy. We got Karen in the house too. Earth Mama, she was great. She says sound is great. She was the first one. She gets a gold star right on her forehead. All right. DD Dimensional. It's now 11. So you say. All right. Did Forrest run off a cliff? I have no idea. Okay. All right, well, as I scroll down there, hi, Fatima, good to see you, and Kimberly. All right, so one of the first things that I do have a little bit of notes, and if you have any comments or keep them positive, please. There's going to be a lot of bashing going on between within the Democratic Party, within the party of, and maybe we should just get rid of the Democrat-Republican and come up with a new party. Not the Tucker Carlson party, because do you think he's going to run? Do you think he's going to be running for president? All I hear him say is, Daddy's home. Do you guys remember that? It gave me the friggin' creeps. I remember I was coming back from, where was it? It was the Alabama Hills in California. We went to see the bristlecone pine trees in this, I think it was a comet that was flying through the sky at that particular time. And on my way home, I listened to Tucker Carlson little segment. It just creeped me out. How can this guy, all these guys that are, the MAGA base is now flipping. And, these people that are just, they're like, oh yeah, how can he be saying that? I mean, the Megyn Kellys, it's like, ugh. Oh, my wife had something to say about that, and I can't repeat it. It's about her hair. And I'm like, okay. She changed it from MAGA hair to. The other thing with her, what was that movie about Fox and how these women climbed the ladder of success? Let's read on Fox News before I even get into this. Oh my gosh. Are they gonna, are they gonna just, am I full of hopium thinking that they're gonna go away? Yeah, I am. It's a drug-induced hope. Fox News. Because a couple of things that are going on, getting back to the reflecting pool, which was just, it is a reflection of this current administration. So it's serving its purpose. Although it cost us a bunch of money, us, taxpayers, that's another thing. Dang, how can I keep my tax money from going to this knucklehead regime? Fox News, faux news. They already got sued, and now they're still pushing lies, even after Jeannie Pirro. Oh my God, what a train wreck. She said, "Oh, we're gonna be in worse trouble if we go forward with this," and so she pulls the plug on the reflecting pool vandalism case. Trump is still standing behind it, as is the other Doug Bergman, I guess, and Fox News is still standing behind it. Yeah, it was vandalism. Let's ask us, is Fox News going to be sued again? I hear no. Just because it's going to cost too much money, it takes too much time. Fox News. Let's just look. Fox News and the reflecting pool lies, and lies that they keep talking about. Give me a 411 very quickly. Ooh. Is that a good card? I'm asking for a friend. Is that a good card? It feels like, ow, hey, can I do this? Yeah, kinda. And you can kinda see. So we have the Hermit card. Are they gonna go into timeout? Oh, wouldn't that be good? So they're in a timeout, but this Hermit card is shining the light on something. And then we have the Three of Swords. At the base of the reading, we have writing in as a winner. Fool card in the past, yeah. Do I need to say any more? Put it in the future. Yeah, I can just switch it to the future. Here's their lies. Illusion, sorry, the glare. Illusion, delusion, up at the top. And the potential, ooh. News coming fast at them. This isn't fast, breaking news. Everything's breaking news. The news is breaking us. Let me just keep going with this. Three of Wands, Ace of Swords in the external. Something's going to come at them again. They're going to have to defend themselves. and it's going to cost them money. It's going to cost them a lot of money, the 6 of coins. But as we go around here, we have news coming from, we have the 3 of Wands waiting for something, some information coming in, and then the Sword of Truth where they need to defend themselves and pay out some money. It's going to be a big battle, 5 of Wands, and there's a choice that they're going to be presented with. The way that I intuitively feel this, and what do you guys think with this, is that when this new administration comes in, that they're going to have to change their tune a little bit, and I'm hoping that the whole news cycle is going to be revamped in a way that well, it has to be really fair and balanced. But that's going to be a long time out. In the meantime, support your local news outlets, ones that give you a little bit of hopium. Oof. All right, so let's just see. I'm looking for things in all caps. That's a good question. Hello, Diana. All right. Hey, Robin. Robin Brewer is here. Good to see you. Good to see you. Good to see you. All right. So if you have a question, put it in all caps and I will try to find it. Would all news be revamped in regards to state news? I get this. I think that it would all have to be revamped. It's just not against one station, Fox News. It would have to be, because and the reason, as I start thinking about, well, where do we get our news? So we get it from those of us who can still read newspapers, those who have the attention span that AI is promoting of 3 seconds, we get it from AI news. And that's kind of, and I'm making a joke here with that, but I did pick up a book the other day. I'm already halfway through it. That's kind of cool. And I'm one of those guys who can't read. I've got a floaty eye. Not that you all need to know this. And it's not like the floating duck. Floating duck, his whole body floats. My eye just floats. And it kind of, when I get tired, it kind of spins around up there. And so I'm always like closing one eye to see something. And my new glasses don't help either. But it's really hard to read. However, when I'm at page 110 or wherever I am, I'm getting used to this. So yeah, getting back to reading things. The other thing too, where we get our news from podcasts and YouTube channels, which is great. Independent news gatherers, Katie Fang, yay. We're going to talk about her in a bit if I stop rambling. I think the whole thing's going to have to be revamped. And I'm not really clear on how that's going to go. Yet, the MAGA and Republicans still own mainstream media. And I keep wondering where the Democratic money is. We have a lot of people in media that are more progressive and liberal, and why aren't they putting in more money? That's because I think a lot of the money is coming from Russia and coming from, well, it used to come from Iran, but we bombed the hell out of them, so we're not getting it anymore. The APAC money, which is just crazy. Crazy. But we're going to talk about, I did not write his name down. Somebody put his name in the chat for me, please. So I try not to mispronounce it. Doctor, come on, somebody. Yeah, Amber. Yes. Reagan did so much damage, and so many people were buying into it at the time. And he just did just way too much. And I agree. I didn't understand what he was doing at the time. I have this discussion with my mom and MIL, systemic issues. Yeah. So something needs to be, thank you, Lucy, and thank you, Tamara Camp, Abdul El Sayed, Doctor, powerful guy, powerful. So he was up against a whole bunch of APAC money. And, oops, are you telling me? Shock that money can't buy everything? Yay. And so we're going to see a lot of crap coming out against Muslims, about people who are not white Christians. I got on Facebook. I'm going there. Damn it. Didn't want to go there right away. But I got on Facebook, and somebody in my family posted this hateful bullshit. And I'm like, oh my God, it's already coming. So one of the things that I think is really important and is to, when we get this news coming at us in our face, it's to step back away, collect our thoughts, figure out how we are going to respond versus just responding off of somebody else's comment. It infuriated me so much. I'm like, are you still in that lower level thought process? Yes. Is her DNA going to be activated? Wouldn't that be something? Okay. Yeah, Reagan changed a lot with the news. So, all right. So, where are we? I want to put his name up. There we go. The two people that answered, Lucy, thank you. I mean, Lucy Lou's mom. Keep sometimes thinking that you are Lucy. And Tamara. All right, so thank you guys for doing that. So let's look at, because he was the very first bullet point that I wanted to read on. And so this guy is, from the short little bit that I read, so remember that TV show House? That doctor was somebody that would look at a disease and try to figure out what the hell went wrong. How do we cure this? And I think that's what we need in government. That's what we need. Some guy that's going to, because we have all these specialists. I know I'm flipping to doctors. We have all these specialists. Nobody's looking at the full body. You have the functional doctors that do that. But then if you take it to a specialist, firsthand knowledge, the specialist will go, I'm not reading that report. Like, what the hell? Why not? You read, don't you? You're not like me. Yeah. So, MAGA is going to get on board. So I saw this from my relative. I see this from Ted Cruz on the news. Just makes me want. I mean, Josh Hawley is in there yakking it up. So I really think that we are going to be our buttons are going to be pushed a lot. And it's really going to be advantageous to our mental health to have, to think about the response that we want to give. I don't feel that sitting back is an option anymore. However, if you need to sit back, sit back. So I was watching Heather Cox Richardson. She was talking about how she was talking about being a waitress. And I just recorded a show with Mary over at Earth and Stars, and we talked about this a little bit. And I'll be up on my other channel. And Heather Cox Richardson was talking about being a waitress and how she lost control of her section. And I was a waiter. Nobody had a good time in my section. Nobody. I hated it. And nobody got their food on time. Everybody got cold food. I was the worst. And so Heather was talking about that. I had flashbacks of waiting tables, just nightmarish things. And she asked a server who had been there forever, "How do you do this?" And he goes, "Let me show you." And so the restaurant's crazy busy. He pulls her to a quiet place and he goes, "Take a couple of deep breaths." That's what I need to do. Take a couple of deep breaths. Look at the room and say, "You don't control me. I'm going to control you." And then proceed in a circular motion and do one step at a time. And I thought, that's good advice. What I really like is pulling away, breathing, and then coming up with a plan of action to go in a circle, to whatever, however that works. I think that was really powerful. Okay, can I hide that comment? Help me. Can I hide it? Yay. Okay, very good. Very good. Hey, Danny, I see you in there. Diana said, yeah, specialist. You just got done. Oh, Karen. Well, that's a question. I didn't mean to do that. I meant to do this. Specialists make it all worse. So all the people that are in here that have gone through some, that are in healing mode, let's just send a little love and light out to them, a little healing energy to them. Because Diana just went through that, and I know Robin was dealing with some stuff. So there's others in here, and we just send some healing DNA activation out to them. You know, and if we drop into that space where we just activate some DNA and send it over to them. Cool. Okay. Karen, is Rand Paul going to get... Oh, yeah. Okay, my hillbilly brother hates Dr. Fauci. Like, oh my gosh. I am blessed. I've got two people way on the right, and then I've got my brother way over on the left, and I'm just floating with Psychic Duck in the pond. I think I'm more over to the left. I know I am. All right. Rand Paul, what a tool. Okay, I'm going to star this, and I'm going to get back to this. If I can star it. Thank you. Okay, because I want to look at this hating Muslims thing. Trump is out there, all the right-wing media, not all, a lot of it is, how bad is it going to get? Here's where I wanted to go with this, because it's going to get bad. But, where are we trying to do business? Oh yeah, Saudi Arabia. How's that going over there? How's that working out for them? Where we are a Muslim-hating nation trying to do business with a Muslim nation. How does that work? Okay, what? And when I was growing up and I was hearing about the Crusades, and I'm like, oh, thank God that's over. Whoops. How is the Muslim? What are these Muslim leaders? Not just thinking of us, but give me some information. It is kind of a blanket read. What is the information on the Muslim leadership in and outside of U.S.? The higher authority, I'm going to drop it down, maybe you can see, and I'll just talk about what cards I get. So the Hierophant being challenged and enhanced by the Lover's card. This is my MAGA card. Okay, so we have the Page of Swords as it comes up with some new action. The Hanged Man, looking at it from a different point of view, suspension in the past. The Page of Cups, some news coming from an unexpected sources up at the top. I don't know if I'm going to get a clear answer. And Knight of Wands, coming forth with some information. What are the Muslim leaders thinking? Now I know where my question is. Going back to a simpler time, Queen of Swords bringing forward some powerful action. The Star of Hope. I can't show it to you. She's naked. Star of Hope in the hopes and fears, and hopefully bringing balance in a new journey. Yeah. Okay, here's the question that I wanted to ask before I get to the star question, Rand Paul. The question I wanted to ask was, Dr. Saeed, how are you, what is your message that you're going to put out? Because that guy can't talk at all. And Mandani. Two Muslims that cannot handle the room. I'm saying that in jest. They get people so excited when they talk. They really have this magnetism about them and their message. How are the Muslim leaders in our country going to counter the hate and talk about their faith in the proper way. Ooh, okay. The Four of Cups. A lot of times the Four of Cups for me is crying over spilled milk. 3 cups are down. There's an offer being presented. He's not looking at it. In this deck, as you can see, he is staring at the offer. So he's staring at the full cup. That is what their faith is, and it's not what MAGA is saying it is. Whoops. The illusion delusion, they're going to try to cut through that, as I see. The Hierophant, and then we get the Star of Hope in the past. That is influencing this future spread, coming in as a winner and talking about how to harvest abundance. The Four of Swords. This is retreat, and this is the internal. Okay, this is the internal position of this. When they are talking, they're not going to go into they're going to be retreating from the illusion delusion that MAGA is trying to throw their way. They're not buying into it. They're going to talk about the financial loss and how money can't buy everything, and they're going to talk about how to regain morality. That's what I heard. So the Five of Coins, in the regular Rider-Waite Tarot, you have the 2 figures freezing, walking past the church. They're freezing. All they have to do is go back into the church to get warm, but they choose not to. So it's kind of that same feeling. All right. And not that the church is, it's the house of morality. The Hopes and Fears. I love that card. Queen of Cups. And we still hoping, or are we afraid? And the final outcome is, do I have to show it? Yes, you do. Celebration. Celebration. The leaders are not going to make this about hate. They're not going to make it about the battle. Do I see any battle cards in here? No. I see the confusion card. I see coming in as a winner card. I see this retreating card right next to the Hierophant, the government card. So what are they celebrating here? This 3 of Cups. What's going on with it? There we go. I thought this card was the back end of it. It is the 9 of Coins. I like that card a lot. And then we get the 3 of the Empress. So again, in the final spread of that, we get 2 3s, and 3s are body, mind, spirit, the divine. So, but I like this 9 of Coins, because no matter how much the establishment throws money against them, their small donors and their voice wins. It's not that money doesn't win, it's the messaging that wins. Woo, that was a good ramble. All right. So, is Rand Paul going to get trouble for going after Fauci? Rand Paul. Yuck. yuck. Um, I don't see that. Let's throw some cards on it. I mean, he should. What a total waste of time. If there was something, so when we go back to Fauci, and my hillbilly brothers got lots to say about Fauci, and none of it's very good. And so when I listen to it, when I step back away from trying to, defend and listen to what he says, some of it makes sense. So from what I understand with this gain of function, you are studying these viruses to see what else they can do and how to fight it. So it's a double-edged sword with that. And did he make a lot of money from it? Maybe, possibly. In this administration, is that a bad thing to sell your soul for money? So I don't know if Rand Paul should really go after him on that. But 2 doctors, it just seems like, and I know, what is Rand Paul? Is he a podiatrist or something? I can't remember what kind of doctor he is. But, yeah, DRC. Yeah, Rand Paul is already being punished by being himself. Hey, Viviani! Good to see you, good to see you. Yay, Viviani's in the house. All right. Did a live last night. We fought. Nancy, oh, hello Nancy. I keep seeing you in different names here. Giant echo chambers. Oh, I hope we don't have an echo chamber going on now. Okay, so yeah, Fauci is, Rand Paul is a tool being himself. So is he going to get in trouble? I just don't understand why the Senate keeps going back to talk about these retribution things. I know why, because of Pumpkinhead. But aren't people getting tired? Do you think that that's what they want? Or do they want health care? Or do they want to slap Fauci around for what he did or didn't do? No, Fauci's saying, hey, the vaccine was safe. Some of it was for some people, some of it wasn't for other people. It's not, you got to fix your own healing DNA. Thank you, guys. But I don't know. For me, I think drinking bleach might have been the better way to go. What the hell? Maybe dropping a light bulb down, or was it up? Oh my gosh. So we were in crazy times. Let me pull 3 cards on Rand Paul. 3 cards on Rand Paul. Reap what you sow. It's kind of what Danny was talking about. Looking at an offer, 3 of Cups. Well, 4 cups. I'm going back to the original thing, crying over spilled milk. To me, it feels like he sees that truth, and he's got some burden that is going on. I don't think he's going to get in trouble. He's just carrying a burden, so he's not down. He's down, but he's not out, type of thing. Yeah. So let's move on to Blanche. God dang it! What a I'm not going to say what the coroners have been recording on the mRNA, so I'll post it up here. Now they're making regular flu vaccines mRNA, though, so to teach his own. I never got flu or colds. Guess I'm fighting bigger, is that a fish? Yeah, okay. You know, there is one of the things that I read on, and again, this is for entertainment only. So, Foggy, this is for you, entertainment only. We are not doctors. We're quacks, right? Well, Psychic Duck is not a quack. He's saying, you guys are quacks. Okay. So, entertainment only. And I was talking about this the other day. When we are dropping into our healing energy, there is a lot of different ways that we can get healing. And healing is different than curing. So, when you drop into a place for curing, totally different than healing. I just said that. I'm repeating myself because I'm spinning in circles. When we start activating our healing DNA, it's not curing DNA, although it could be. So a lot of how we think of things, the mind is a very powerful thing. So how we think of things can change things. So if we can get into that healing space in our mind's eye, you look at the placebo studies, powerful, powerful, powerful. So, yeah. All right. Why didn't? Okay. So, well, I forgot. Gosh, dang, I don't know where I am anymore. Where am I? 47 minutes in. Let's talk about Todd Blanche. I just saw that Kennedy. I want to ask you guys, what is wrong with the Republican Party? Do they have spines anymore? Does anybody have a spine? I'm asking for Psychic Duck. Because I say no. I'm like, no. Okay. Lisa Murkowski is a no with Todd Blanche. And it doesn't really matter because Pumpkinhead can just keep him in as acting. But that senator from is it Louisiana, Kennedy? He was going, well, this just don't make sense. And it doesn't, what he's doing. You know, yeah, we're going to... Okay, so what they were hung up on, which I totally disagree with, because that's not the main thing. The main thing is the Epstein files, is giving accountability to the survivors. And just total disregard for that. I'm going to get to Katie Fang in a minute. And, but what the senators are hung up on is the slush, I couldn't even say it, slush fund. My mouth was slushy. So the slush fund. And so Todd Blanche wrote this up, put it out there in a paper, and then, so that's his. He owns that document. And then he goes, okay, well, I'll just write another document that says, nah, we're not going to do it. But that other document doesn't hold any kind of truth, any kind of accountability. It's worthless. And yet these senators go, yeah, okay. I'm glad you saw the light, Todd. I just messed up my whole deck. All right, switch decks. This deck did not want to read on Todd. Todd, who did that? What movie was that from? Was that Saturday Night Live? Todd. All right. I really can't show you this deck, because this is, I'm going to read on Todd Blanche, the Deviant Moon Tarot. And I can't use it because it's got naked pictures in it. And some of these naked pictures, they're very bizarre. All right, Todd Blanche. Todd Blanche. Do I even need to read on him? He's just... I don't think I do. I'm just going to pull one card and then we're going to move on, because... No, I'm going to read on him. Okay. Yeah. Fine. Make up your mind. Todd Blanche. Dang. Woo! Party. He's going to get in, so I got the... Well, you can't see it, so it's fine. It is... they're partying, they're celebrating. It's a sick card because it's two guys with a woman, and the woman is half dressed in this image here, and it's sick. It's disturbing. They're just partying. 9 of Pentacles, money. Moving on. Todd Blanche. He's just playing. I love this card, this 7 of Swords, defending himself. But he's playing this game that could go horribly wrong. That sword could drop into his mouth at any time. We have, at the top of the reading, we have the 8 of Wands. So something may be coming at him kind of quick that is going to move him. He's going to be moving. There's some secret that is, I mean, what worse can come out that he hasn't already showed us? He's playing the magician, shifting things around. Oh, I'll write a letter that'll say, everything's good. Yeah, he's got some legal issues coming up. It's interesting that he has some legal issues when he is the top legal guy in the country. I think he's going to be. Yeah. I can't show this. I can put my finger over that. 5 of Pentacles. Again, what I talked about is the lack of morality with the 5 of Pentacles. But in this card, as this figure is sneaking around the church, someone's looking at what he's doing. So he thinks he's hiding something with the Magician card. And then you get the Page of Sword. Something's coming up for him. Some truth is coming up. He's a fool. New journey. Ooh. Ow. He may be falling out of his perch. And that doesn't look good. And one more card because I just saw it. He's being manipulated. Okay. Interesting that internally he feels like he's this magician, but externally he's got the King of Swords on him. New information is going to be coming out, and he's, you know, the devil and the magician are both manipulation cards. One's for entertainment purposes only. The other is stealing your soul. Okay, Katie Fang. Katie, let me see. Any other questions to sidetrack me? They have very long snake spines. Yeah. So, what time is it? 55. Dang it, I'm gonna go a little long, I think. All right, so thank you guys for being here. Appreciate you all. Thank you. What am I doing? I'm gonna use Light Seer's Tarot. Katie Fang. So this is an independent journalist. I can't remember what major station she was on. MSN? Was she on MSN or CNN or something? And so now she's got her own news outlet, and she is asking for the entire Epstein files to be, thank you, Foggy, to be released, as they should be, as is the law. So she is putting it into the court system to say, hey, you guys broke the law. Shock. So she's bringing the awe to the shock and awe. So she went to, I can't remember the judge, but she went to court, and the judge goes, yeah, Department of Justice, you need to, and I think she actually called Todd Blanche. Katie Fang did, called him out. And so the Department of Justice said, yeah, you need to release these documents. And Katie only asked for a small batch and said, why are these documents redacted before I get to the whole section? So the judge said, hey, Todd, you need to show these documents, why they were redacted, and give them to me so that I can look at them in private. So they're not going to go out there. I just want to see. And where was I going with this? And thank you, Foggy. You pulled my attention away, but thank you. So just like 8 documents, I think, or some number. And so Todd was supposed to give his documents to the judge Thursday or something. Didn't happen. So the judge now said next Thursday, this is an interesting date, it's the 13th. It's the day after the full eclipse. Things are going to be coming to light. We're going to see something new shaking up here. So on the 13th, he's got to have these documents. That's the deadline to give them to the judge. Why are these documents redacted? And you look at this and you see some of the email that Katie Fang said, why is this name redacted? Who sent this email that says I love torture videos? Why is that name redacted? That's not a victim's name. So Katie Fang is going after this in a really smart way. Todd Blanche is not. You see the whole Department of Justice, that is our DOJ, is just falling apart. It used to be something where you could go, okay, we all have problems, right? So nobody's perfect, but at least it was held to a pretty high standard within the court system. Now judges are going, I don't believe you anymore. You need to prove what you're saying is true, because no longer can we say, well, the Department of Justice said, i.e. Janine Pirro. How many bottles do you think she went through after meeting with Trump? And there's some who showed up with, I think it was, I can't remember his name, another Department of Justice guy who was talking on the Bulwark with, I think, Tim Miller. And He goes, did you see Jeannie schlepping those big boxes of evidence in to talk to Trump? She didn't have anybody else did it. She did it. Yeah. Okay. Katie Fang. How is this going to work with you? What's the information that's going to come out due to Katie Fang's diligence going after it? Yeah. How is this? What are we going to hear? What are we going to learn? Ooh. Okay. We're going to learn that pigs can fly. In case you can't see that, there's a little pig flying up there. When pigs fly, you'll get that information. Well, guess what, Todd? Pigs are flying. So, Page of Cups. This is news coming from an unexpected source. Okay. This is the Ten of Swords. In other decks, we're talking, this is about Katie Fang and the information that's coming out. In other decks, you have 10 swords stabbed the guy in the back, and the guy is pretty much stuck in the earth. Can't move. This deck, that is a group of crows. And what do you call a group of crows? Well, if you have one crow is one crow, two crows is attempted, three or more, this is 10, is a murder of crows. So it's not attempted, it is. Whatever information is coming out when this pig flies from this unexpected stuff, it's going to be big. We got the World card. It involves the world. In the past, someone was in a bubble defending themselves. Katie. Ooh, Katie's bringing it. The High Priestess. Katie. Yes, ma'am. However, in the potential near future, she has the Nine of Wands. So there is some restriction. It's not going to be like, woohoo, go. There's some restrictions. However, when we look at this woman, hey, just walk over the fence. It's not that big of a hurdle. She knows this. She's just shining the light. She's not ready to walk over the fence yet. Oh, I think what she's doing, okay, I don't know if you could really see that, but I think she's going back into her safe room and taking a deep breath and going, okay, I control this space. What's my next step? I think that's what's going on here. Because Todd Blanche is not stupid. He's just, for entertainment purposes only, evil. All right, internally, we have the Knight of Cups. Knight in shining armor. And, these court cards can be male, female. It doesn't matter. Externally, Judgment. The release of something. I think she's going to get these. Hopes and fears that it isn't a huge burden. It is a burden, no matter what. But what this card shows is that she's got everything packed up. She's moving. It's moving forward. And she can see where she's going. She's down the hill. It's just the journey. And hopes and fears. Going back to an innocent time. Six of Cups. Oh, that card almost makes me want to cry. Ten of Pentacles. There's family legacy, money involved. That card makes me want to scream. And then we get the Ace of Cups. New emotion, overflowing emotion, which is exactly what I got with this car. Going back to innocence, going back to they can't go. That innocence was stolen from them by money, big money, legacy money, family money. However, that is the last card is the heart card, the Ace of Cups, new journey, new way forward. Ooh, dang. There's a reason why I don't read on that very often. All right. Hey, Sherry's here. She just stops by and then she goes, I gotta go. I'm working. All right. Am I done? Psychic Duck. Yeah. Am I done? Yeah, you're pretty close to it. All right. Anything else? Let me just look. I would love to sail to Iceland. Oh yeah. Lucy Lou's mom, thank you so much. Thank you. At least, come on, show. At least 20 boxes of wine. Oh, thank you, Lori. Thank you. Appreciate that. All right, so let's. Okay, dang, I always want to keep this under an hour or so because the longer they go, I think people don't watch them. And they go, oh, that's too long. I go, well, get a project. Listen to it while you're fixing your car. Okay, sorry. As I grab my galactic deck, fix it while you're listen to it while you're fixing your spaceship. Okay, so last night I'm in this group. And it was Val's Dragonfly Crystals group, and she's got this great membership, and it's a really cool group of people in it. And I joined the membership because Val made my website, and I thought, well, I got to give her some love. She wouldn't take any of my money. She said, your money's no good. And I go, it is too. I just bought a case of wine to deal with this administration. Anyway, so I joined her membership because she can't say no. That would be rude. And it's amazing. The energy in that group is, as I'm dropping more and more into it, is amazing. And so getting back to spaceships and fixing your spaceships, how many people have seen a spaceship in their backyard or in their mind's eye where they've been flying in a spaceship? Now I know some people are going, Danny, you just cray. Linda G, when she was in Sedona, she calls on people, she calls on her galactic friends to show up. And a lot of times when I'm starting to speak the truth, for entertainment only, I'll get like this little hiccup. I just got a big hiccup there. And when we were in Shasta, she was calling the spaceships. I think when she was in, not Sedona, well, she did it in Sedona and she did it in Bryce Canyon too. The Bryce Canyon one, I think that was a better element to do that, better place to do that. Because there's some pretty cool stuff. So, I should look at the comments. Happy Lions. Is it tomorrow? What date is it? Might be. Oh, yeah. It is. It's tomorrow. 8/8. And happy Mother's birthday, Karen. All right. And so one of the things, too, about waiting on contact, waiting on that, there is, when we let go of fear, gosh dang, I'm going to go a lot longer than I thought. When we let go of fear, then they'll show up. So I remember in some of the beginning times when I was like being introduced to the galactic world around me, people kept going, you got aliens around you, and not just those. And Psychic Duck is not an alien. Are you? Anyway, I would see things and they would freak me out. It would scare me. And then they stopped showing up. So there's something with that fear. And when we look at, I'm going back to the forgive card in the very beginning. When we look at the divisiveness that we throw on our planet, if, anything different, what if they showed up and they looked, they found a hat on the road and they put it on, they can't read English, but it said MAGA. And they go, hey, we're going to make America great again. Really, we're going to bring it full of love and infuse it full of love. But if you look at that hat, you'd go, hell no, I'm not talking to you. And you kind of get where I'm going with this. People would show up, reptilians may show up, and people go, oh no, reptilians. Well, not all of them are bad. Not all humans are bad. I got scared by a big mantis being. Took me a long time before they came back again. All right, this eclipse energy. What are we... I have found Psychic Duck's brother. Really? He lives in my office. And when he saw me, he went quackers. Okay, that's funny. How do I hide? Hide. Okay. What is now? And the other thing too that Val was saying yesterday, which is so true, because we put things in different contexts. She goes, when a group of us get together, we amplify the power. So with this Lionsgate, with this eclipse energy, when we get together to activate our DNA in a group, as this YouTube is right now, we are amplifying that energy. So it's important to, I'm always saying, dream your world into being. Dream the world into being that you want, not what they want, not what the chaotic room wants. Step back. What do you want to dream the world into? And let's create that for a new DNA for our planet. And let's give our aliens a different hat to wear, because that's got some energy to it. You know what I'm saying? Okay. Here we go. What are we going to learn from this eclipse energy on the 13th, the end of Lionsgate? What is going to be activated? What is coming to us? Besides, we are activating our DNA from the very beginning. Remember, we are in a melting pot, this Earth School. We came from source energy, from unity consciousness, into a fragmentation of that source consciousness. I remember growing up in the Catholic religion, which always I was pushing up against, but they said that We are part of that consciousness. I wish I had the quote, but I wasn't a very good Bible student. The power of sound. Chanting, bells, gongs, so feel energy, certain tones. 44, secrecy in the past. Well, this 44 energy is innate energy, and so that secrecy feels like it's coming out of the closet. Yes, because we're getting a new consciousness. We are embracing family. Ooh, Lordy. All right, as we keep going, we're pushing the envelope, and we have a new paradigm coming. Pushing the envelope with a new paradigm. But I think we really have to start thinking about how we are going to embrace family, how we are going to embrace and forgive that type that we were pushing up against so hard. And I think that's the new consciousness, the new paradigm, and it's the power of sound. So as even with a sound bath type thing, it's the power of our words, how we choose to use our words to bring about this new consciousness, this new paradigm shift. Okay. Joe, hi. Here we go, ET stuff. Okay. And DRC, yeah, Danny, you're absolutely right. I wasn't pushing against the religion. It was the institution. Absolutely right. So, Joe, aloha. I've watched the ETs fly while camping at the base of Bob Marshall Wilderness Mountain. Also communicated with them at Marfa, Texas. It's been amazing. Yeah, it's so cool. You know, and when they show up, for me, just my experience, when they show up in my peripheral vision at night, I go, what? It like startles me. So I'm working on the non-startle thing. However, it's good to be aware when you're camping out in the wilderness in the middle of the night. It is good to be aware so that somebody doesn't eat you. Grr. All right. Montana. Yes. Bob Marshall in Montana. Got it. Okay. All right. Thank you, guys. Thank you for being here. Thank you for the donations. Appreciate it. And now I have 142 people watching, and I'm 118 minutes in. So the people who came late, thank you for showing up. Thank you. I just saw Katie Fang thing. Katie Fang's birthday, August 1st, 8/1. 1975, baby. I don't know if she'd like me saying that. Baby. Okay, thank you guys for watching. I appreciate y'all. Have a great week. Stay in the light. Peace and love.